So won't you leave me where I lay? And we can't go back the way we came. You join me as I leave the frame, because we can't go back there. And no, we won't go back there. Yeah, yeah. There's a price on my head. I've been running for 2 years. Clearly I should be dead. It's a wonder that I'm here. I hide out underneath the cloud. And when we're lying in bed, sometimes I choke on my own tears. I'm not worth my weight in lead, and you're the queen of the reindeer. I could just sit for hours to watch you twirling on your axis amid the tubas and the saxes. So won't you wake me where I lay? And we won't go back the way we came. But join me as I leave the frame, because we can't go back there. No, we won't go back there. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, sometimes I'm an ass and I light things on fire. It's usually 'cause I'm hot, or I'm hungry, or I'm tired. But anytime I look into your eyes, well, I'm certainly twice the size. Oh. I think you're full of, I think I'm full of shit. I was so full of, yeah, I was so full of. I think I'm full of, I think you're full of, I think we're full of shit. Put the guitar up a little bit. I think you're full of shit. I think I'm full of shit too. Don't see a problem with it. It's same with them.
Floppy device, how are you today? Do I have any audio? I do have audio. How is everyone today? My name is Michael Walker, and we're here with probably our last game of Bloodstones. It is mission 3. It looks like it's going to be a defensive mission, and this is it. I'm not going to play around here. We're just going to get right into it. When I'm done this game, I am going to unbox Kingdom Rush, the new Kingdom Rush giant. Oh, I can barely see it. I'll tease the corner. Looks like, look, oh, look at that. Oh. All right. So here's the map. This is me. Hill Giants, Dragon Riders. I have to last for 3 regroups, which means when I have to get my bag to empty just twice. the third regroup. So I'd have to do three. No, yeah, the second time. Yeah, 3 times. So I will blast through a super quick tutorial on how this game is played. In this particular scenario, because it's co-op, I'm just going to start with 7 tiles to begin with. Normally you have like a beginning draft. Then I am going to capture any villages. If I am in the same hex as, if you have units in an enemy village, you can discard a tile and take over as many villages as you can afford based on the village cost here. And all tiles have a sort of cost on the right hand side in pips, so you spend that many pips and then you can take over that many villages as long as you are the only one in there. After you take over villages, then you do your main actions, and you can do your main actions in any order you want and multiple times. So I could build a unit, move it, fight with it, move it again, fight with it again, build some more units. You can do as much as you like. You only have to pay for everything. So in this case, if I want to build this castle, I'll have to discard 2 other tiles. So the left-hand side is how much units cost, and if I want to move units around, you can see the movement cost is along the top, depending on what kind of terrain you want to move into. Same thing as taking over villages, you have to spend pips. But in this case, you can spend as many tiles as you want, unlike villages where you can only spend 1. Combat, I'll go into later. When it actually happens. After I've done all of my actions that I want to do, or I've just run out of tiles, I might have wanted to save some tiles for fighting, or I want to save some tiles to build villages. This strategy I'm going to try today, I won't probably be building any villages, but it's exactly the same as taking them over. You're allowed to spend a single tile, and depending on how many pips it is, you can build villages adjacent to your existing villages or citadel, or if you have a chain from a village or the citadel, and it's also as you build them. So I could build a village here and build one here and then build one here, and then build one here and then here and then here. You can chain them out as much as you want. Then after I've done villages, I draw back up to your hand size, which for everyone at the moment is 6, except for the army that I play, they get a hand size of 7. And then there are regroup rules and stuff like that for the main game, but in this one it doesn't matter. So after I've taken my turn, this is for the solo campaign, I am going to draw a single battle tile. Alright? And it will have a number on it. If it's a 5, I redraw. In this case, it's a 3. So I will look at the chart here. I'm going to play. So this is 3. And you can see there are 3 armies for the Hill Giants and 3 armies for the Dragon Riders. So if I draw tile 3, it means Army 2 activates. I'm just going to assume, because the rules don't say otherwise, that it's Army 2 for both sides. And when an army activates, they move 1 space along their path. As you can see here, they all have a path that they go down. So in this particular case, Army 2 would go down its path. After I've regrouped twice, they're going to start moving twice each. No, wait, that's slightly wrong. If the Army 2 will be active, but then I draw 2 tiles from the faction bag. If it's a blank, a ship or a castle, I place the tile in the non-player faction's hand, which I really have no idea what that means. And then I move all tiles on the active path 1 space after placing any other units that aren't blank ship or castle in the starting area. So this is going to be this constant funnel towards my area. I will lose if my citadel is destroyed or the enemy captures 3 villages. And like I said, I have to survive till the 3rd regroup, which means I have to empty my bag 3 times. So that's going to be my strategy. I'm not going to move much. My strategy is to put all of my units on the board. Because if all my units are on the board, I won't have any units in my bag, and I will cycle my bag much faster. Will this strategy work? I don't know. So I'm not going to try not to waste tiles on building villages or moving around. I'm going to try to solely concentrate on getting more tiles out there and protecting my villages. Alright, let's see if I can remember to leave this here so I don't have to keep trying to find it. Get a spot that it can just stay. Alright. If you have any questions at any time, feel free to ask them. Like I said, it's very unclear in all of the missions so far who's supposed to start. So I'm going to start. One thing I did want to check, I used mine for, so every faction has its own, so this is the actual Horse Lord sheet, because everyone's sheet's different. Like the Hill Giants, they can move into different areas differently, even though we weren't going to be counting their movement. What I do want to check is on the back, it gives me all my modifiers for my units. I just want to see how many castles I have. So I only have 4 castles to protect my 6 villages. So I will not be able to do that. But I do have 6 swordsmen. So I can throw a swordsman in each. And a bunch of defenders. Cavalry in the plains. Bowmen in the forest. I was wondering too if I should always spend my bowmen, since I want them to be last in the bag, because they don't cost anything to put out. Their cost is free to put out. So spend my archers first, save them for the end. 3, 6, 7. And we'll see if this strategy works. Bear with me, I have not played this scenario before. So it looks like I've got a lot of my expensive stuff, but that's okay. I will put out some cheap stuff first. More tiles first. So this will bring out a swordsman. This will bring out a swordsman. This will bring out a defenseman. Plays right defense. Protects the goalie. And then I'm left with 1 token, which I can save for... I'll save in my hand. No, that means I'll draw less. But if I build villages, but I can build villages off the path, because these guys are staying down the path. So as long as I keep the villages off the path, then they won't take them. Interesting. Then I have to move my units out. No, they can chain out. Alright, let's do that. So, I have drawn. I couldn't capture any villages. I built units. I'm not moving any units. I've done all my battles. Now I'm going to build villages. I have 3 pips left. And as long as I build in plains, I can build 3 villages. So I'll build them out this way. Out of the... Oh no, I have forgotten to turn off the furnace. We could get furnaced in a minute. Alright. Then that's that. So then we're going to do this phase here where we draw a battle tile. This will tell us what army we're going to activate. Redrawing 5s. So I got 2. You'd think that 2 would activate army 2, but no, that's too easy. 2 will activate army 1. So we'll start with the Hill Giants every time, if I can remember. Hill Giant Army 1 is the furthest one. So we draw 2 tiles. I think when it says put it in their hand, I think it just means put it off to the side so they don't keep drawing it next time. So that wasn't anything. So they go here in Army 1 and they move into here. Then they will move here and then they will move here. Then Army 1 for the Dragon Lords. Army 1 for the Dragon Lords is the one on the far side. That is not on the board because I screwed up. Yes, that's okay. Easily fixed. Just need another dragon. And there's weird rules for the dragons because, you know, they wanted to throw in that one last rule. So dragons won't attack. Well, first of all, none of the enemies will attack unless if they're at a 3 or more disadvantage. There's the dragon. It goes there. But the dragons will only attack if I have a stack of 3 or more. I'm just going to read it out again so I try to remember. Your stack is a minimum of 3 units, or I have a castle citadel in the location. So, there we go. I have to decide where I'm going to build these 4 castles as well. It is a shame I only have 4 and not 6. Alright. 2 tiles for the Horse Lords Army 1. They also got 2 units, which will go there, and then they will move. That Army 1 goes to 48, which is here. Alright. Technically I should have drawn already. That's what you do at the end of your turn. Draw 7 tiles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Alright, we have our first castle, 2 castles. We're going to get those out for sure. It's going to be costly, but we're going to do it. So, 1, 2, 3. Once again, we're going to have a single tile left over. This is not good. 4. It'd be crazy not to put them out. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 tiles to put out 2 castles. And because these units move first, I will protect these 2 areas. Doesn't mean that they're going to move again, but I have nothing else to go on, so let's just do that. Unfortunately, it will provoke the dragon, but what are you going to do? Is that... Okay, it's not Jason now. So, with this, might as well just spend it for movement. So I'm going to be drawing all 7 tiles. 3 movement or 3 more villages. I will just do movement. One, 2, and I'll waste the last one. I think it's just best not to. Even if it's just 1 tile, it'd be crazy not to make sure you don't draw everything. Well, feel free to comment on my strategy if you think it is bad or not. There's 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's see what we have for next turn. Swordsman, our 3rd castle. Those bowmen I was talking about that are free. Then, bad guy's turn. A tile. We don't want a 2. We want a 3 or a 4. It is a 2. So, we know what that means. 2 is Army 1, and we know what Army 1 is. Same thing. This is bad. They move, which is there. Unlucky draw, I guess. Then the dragon. Both times it was units. I didn't get any blanks or ships or even though the hill giants have a ton. Oh, there's a castle. It'll stay out, and at least they only got one more tile, and they move. Theirs, I don't know exactly. They go to the hill, so they're going to go here. Their next movement will be into that castle. All right, well, I've got stuff happening, so I can't risk it. I am going to throw both bowmen. Stick to the strategy, Mike. Do I stick to the strategy? I don't know. I should have moved my leader out of the capital last turn. Thank you, floppy device. I believe in me too. All right, discarding. See, now I'm motivated. Discarding those two bowmen to put out a castle. This castle. Where to put it? Let's put it in the hills here. Then we're definitely discarding this boat to put out a swordsman into here. Because if that dragon attacks, I'll be in a lot of trouble. Then our catapult gets what? Against castles and citadels, so it is useless. So I think I might use these for movement, because I don't want to risk. So there's 3 movement. That's 1, 2. I have 1 movement left, so that gives me 4 movement. Moving into forest cost 2, so that's 2. Four. It's not good. It's not good. It's bad. I really don't want to draw 2 here. This is a full bag. Everything is fine here. If I draw 2, this will be probably the end, which will be bad because I don't think that's the way they want it to go. 5. Sorry, I should put this so where you can see it. 5, which means redraw. A 4. Thank goodness. All right. 4 is Army 3, more than likely. 4 is Army 3. Army 3 for the Dragon Riders is the one that is closest to me here. They will draw 2. And of course, they're both good units. They will move to there. Army 2 for the Hill Giants. No, wait a second. 4. No, Army 3. Sorry. Army 3 for the Hill Giants is also the one that's closest to me. Finally, get a break on that. It is this one, and they move into this forest. Alright, I should have already drawn my 7. I don't like how many tiles I have in my discard. I want all of these tiles on the board somehow. Magic. I wanted to use magic to get them all out. 2, 4, 6, 7. That being said, there will be, since I'm taking the hit now for these castles, speaking of which, there's 1, 2 tiles for this castle. Like I said, I have nothing else to go on, so it will go here. I have a tile for a swordsman, which will go here. And then, do I want to move or just get rid of a tile? I can just get rid of a tile. I will spend this tile to put this boat here. Then I will draw 7. Exactly 1 left. So we do not do a reset. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. Once again, dreaming of not a 2. Yeah, I think this is the sound strategy. I'm not sure why I think they just want you to feel like that you were surrounded. I'm not sure why they went through the trouble of putting all of this stuff on the outside. It even says that if you destroy the villages where the units spawn, actually that's what I've been doing wrong, is that they're not supposed to be just added right in to where they are. These 2 on top should be here. And this 1 on top should be here. They're not added to where the army is, they are added to where the start, and then they move forward 1. Alright, that's not as bad. No, it must have been 2. I think that's good. We'll go with that. Is there a way that there would be 3? Yes, because it starts with 1, then it plays 2. Starts with 1, plays 2. Yeah, alright, that's right. Alright. Looking for not a 2. 3. Good stuff. That will be Army 2. Army 2, tile 3 is, yes, Army 2 activates, which is the central army in both. Hill Giants first, so it'll be this army here. For the Dragon Riders, we'll do them first this time just because. They got 2 units, and then they move. They move to there, yes. And then Army 2 for the Hill Giants is there. They also will draw 2. So this is, they have tons of boats, but I've drawn 1 for each because, that being said, a lot of their castles are already on the board. And 2 units as well. They get these units and they go to here. That is that turn. So so this army is going to move right into here, if they can. An advantage of, so that'll be +1, +2. The dragon will definitely attack because there's a citadel there. The dragon, I'm just projecting, they didn't actually move this turn, I'm just figuring out. Course dragons are 4, so 4, 5, they'll be at 6, +6, I will be at +4, so they'll be at +2 in this battle if this army moves next. So yes, it'll be 1, 2, 3, so no matter what, I'm getting into a fight this turn. Unless, no, yeah, it'll be a fight this turn no matter what. So I can put this archer into there, so at least they'll only be at plus 1. I can spend 1 to put a swordsman in there. So now we will be even. This is not to say that there is nothing here. So I'll discard a tile to put out a defense. And then I will discard a boat to put out a boat. Before I put that there, they could move there, and then not till their next turn will they destroy that village. Because it doesn't say otherwise. I'm going to assume that they destroy villages the normal way. Unless something at the beginning here that I've forgotten about. Combat villages. By default, non-player factions do not build. Enemy factions will always capture any player villages that in a location that occupies at the beginning of their turn. So yes. So even if this army moves into here, I'll have a turn to move in and try to stop them. So let's go. Oh wait. So I was going to decide to put this. I'll leave. I'll put it in there, just because. All right. Then my bag is empty. So that means I've done my first regroup. I need to do 2 more. But now we have fewer tiles. Oh, let's make sure I don't accidentally have thrown all my tiles in with my villages here. There we go. The end of my turn, I draw my 7. I couldn't even draw 1, so I regroup and keep drawing until I have 7. 4, 5, 6, 7. This is where I'm going to just get a bunch of cavalry because they were so bloody expensive to put out 2 tiles each. Alright, here we go. Now the fun will begin. Drawing a tile. For the bad guys, you know, I did sort of see in the first scenario, I started here and pushed back the dragon riders, and then in the last scenario, I destroyed. So, like, who is the bad guy in this scenario? I don't know. A 2. And hill giants first. 2 tiles. A boat. It goes off to the side. 2, I believe, is this army starts here. Yes, in 13, and then they all move. Does it actually stay starting with the outside? Place tile, any other tile. Add to the starting location of the active army, even if it doesn't have a village there. If you have units there, immediately triggers combat. Nope. Move all armies on the active path, 1 space after the other. 1 space after placing other units, starting with units furthest along the path. Yeah, so it's not as though they group up into giant things. So this moves into here, and there will be a fight. Then this moves into here, and this moves into here. Then the dragon. Tiles, both units. They started here in 47. So they move into here. And the dragon will move in because I have a citadel there. That means that dragon, if they win the fight, the dragon will be done. Because force the dragon to withdraw. Blah, 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 blah. No opposing force can withdraw from dragons. It costs 1 pip. If a dragon is part of a successful attack, it is removed from the board. Alright. And then this moves into here, and this moves into here. Then we will do fights. I can withdraw there. I could just withdraw from the other one, but I won't. We will do both fights. Start with the Dragon Rider one. It's not... Oh, it is in planes, so it's +1. The defense guy does not get anything, and the dragon is +4. So they're a total of +5. I am 1, 2, 3... 4, 5, 6. So I'm actually at +1. We'll draw mine first. And I do have all these tiles that I can replace if I so wish. So this is how fighting works. I have more tiles than the Dragon Riders. So that means I will get to draw 4 tiles. They will only draw 3 tiles. Then the attacker first can switch one of his tiles with one of his tiles that he has in his hand. Then the defender can choose if they want to do that. Then they reveal their best 3. So in this case, they're going to show their only 3, and I will show 3 of my 4. Let me see this? No, it was hidden behind my giant melon. 3, 2, 4, 3. So not even a single 5. Great start. And what I say is at +2, right? They're at 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm only at +1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 and 4 is 5. So I'm only at +1. So I'm going to be doing 3, 3, 4, and I do have to switch one. I put this leader out for a 5, replace one of the 3s. And that will give me 5, 9, 12, and my +1 is 13. They could win. 13 is my total. They draw 3 tiles. They could go 5, 5, 4 and win. 5, 3, that's 8. And 3, not enough. So they lose, thankfully. Throw those away, throw these back. This tile goes to the discard. Then they have to lose a tile because they lost. This is all in the normal rules, not just the solo rules. All of the battles, so they lose. They were not part of the successful attack, so the dragon will not be destroyed. But they'll lose a lizard man. No, it's cavalry or defense. They lose the defenseman. So gone. Then they have to retreat. They will retreat back into this. Although it does say they prefer lower. We were just fighting in 38, so they will in fact retreat into here. Not that it matters, they'll just move back in anyway. Then we'll do the hill giant fight. Hill giant fight is, I don't have their thing handy. They have reavers. Is that a reaver? Yes. +1 when attacking. So 1. Of course, they have a hill giant there. Hill giant means they always draw 4 tiles in battle, so they're going to be drawing 4 as well. And they get a +2. So they are at 3. 1 for the reaver, 2 for the hill giant. I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 to 3. 5 to 3. I am at +2. So +2. I have 3 to 3. So unfortunately, I'm only going to be drawing 3 tiles. Awesome. I replace that 2 with this boat to make it a 4. So I have 8, 11, and 2 is 12. And they will draw 4 tiles. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I don't know what I added. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 is my total. This is the same as last time. 4 tiles for them, though, this time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Picking their best, which luckily is not enough. 11. Whew. All right, so once again, they get pushed back. They lose a tile. I'm down 2 tiles for my turn. The tile they will lose is more than likely the reaver. What do they have there? A reaver. Oh, they have a defenseman. Reaver or defenseman? Reaver. Which is good. Reaver gone. All right. And they retreat. To the lowest. That fight took place. There in the woods. So they will retreat to 21 along the path back into this group here. And that is the end of their turn. Back to my turn. Let's get these defensemen out. I will spend 2 tiles to put out 2 defensemen. One will go here. The other one will go here as well. Then I have 1 tile left. Let's get this back in the bag. I think I might have hurt myself there. Not giving them. I won the both, but that's all right. Might have been in 2 missing. What am I going to do with this single? Just spend it on movement that I'm not going to use, so I get to draw more tiles. Yes. Spend it on movement, and I don't use it. And I draw 7. 4, 5, 6, 7. Nice and low. All right. What do we got? Which enemy army will be moving this time? Redraw the 5. 4. Which means Army 3. Double check. Army 3. Dragon. Draw 2 tiles. They got 2 units. Army 3 starts here in the forest. So now we move them. This one moves into here. Move the stack on top of this so we don't mess up. And then this one moves into here. So there's one fight. Then Army 3 for the Hill Giants. They draw 2 tiles. Luckily they had to move a little further, I guess. They got 2 units as well. They start here at 18. They move to here and then to here. So only one fight. They are at, this is forest, so 1, 2. The dragon is in there. It would attack because I have a castle in there. They're at 4, 5, 6. I am at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Once again, I am at +1. +1. And I get to draw 4 tiles to their 3 tiles. 4 tiles. There we go. 2 5s and a 3. I'm going to just stick with that because I am at +1. So 14. So they have to get 14 on 3 tiles to tie. They do not. I should be putting this out so you guys can actually see them. So they lose. Same thing. They lose. Probably the bowman is probably the lowest on the totem. There's like a little sort of faction here. The bowman is in fact low totem. Bowman dies. They retreat. They'll retreat into here. I get a pat on the head for winning a fight. These go away. There was no hill fight. It comes back to my turn. My turn will be putting out more tiles. I wonder if I should keep that for a fight, maybe. So now I think is the time to get the bowman out. So I'm going to pay catapult, put this swordsman here. Maybe I should, no, don't mix. And then these 2 bowmen go out for free. They are going to go into the woods because that's where they get a benefit. And then this horseman is going to pay to put out this boat, which will go into this water because, oh, let's might as well, we'll make a fleet because we can. Yeah, I think wasting tiles on movement is not the way to go. Because I hardly have any tiles, which is what we're going for. Now, question is, do I waste this? Do I waste this last tile? I have this last blank tile. I was going to save it for combat because that'll let me switch a tile for 5. Or do I discard it to draw more tiles? Do I have any blanks over here? Oh, I don't have any blanks over there. So yes, I'm going to discard it as wasted movement and then draw 7. Because I'm bound to have another blank in here. 4, 5, 6, 7. Is that once again exactly? So that's exactly. So I think we're doing, yeah, not only we have 2 blanks that we can use for 2 fights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. Looks good. I don't think they're going to be able to do it. All right. Now drawing for which army is activating. it is going to be 3, which I believe is Army 2. Army 2 activate, which are the center armies. So the Hill Giant center army is this one. It's going to move right down into that undefended castle. And he'll do a fight there because I didn't have any troops there. Which isn't great, but, you know, so be it. A blank and a cavalry. The blank gets thrown away. The cavalry goes here. Then they move. This goes here. And this goes here. So they'll destroy the castle, but they won't destroy the village. Or I could just let the village go at this point, because moving in there would be 3 movement points for every chit. We'll see. Anyway, the center army is not so great for the Dragon Riders either. It's this one. They will draw 2 tokens. They got a boat, which they throw away, and a castle, which they throw away. So they get no new units. They move into here. The undefended castle. All right. And that is the end. No, it's not the end. We have to do this. Might not be terrible. It's semi-terrible. I still get +1, believe it or not. Reaver is +1. Cavalry is not in plane, so they get nothing. And they have their leader there, which is only +1. So they are at a total of +2 to my +3. Because my castle is +3. So +1, and I've got tiles. So we'll draw mine first. I only get to draw 3 because they have more tiles than I do. And we'll see if we can get lucky here. All the tiles are in here? Yes. So I will replace this 2 with this 5, giving me not a great total. But I'm at +1, so that's what? Let's work it out. That's I'm at 12, which isn't terrible. They will draw 4 and pick the best 3. Once again, I'm not putting it where you guys can see them. I'll put it over here. 6 and 5. So my total is 11. But I have +1 because of my modifiers, and they get to draw 4. Oh, this doesn't look good. I saw a 5 there. So they will take these 3. So their total is 14 to my 12. That is my first loss. So this gets discarded. These go back into the bag. These go back into the other bag. The castle is destroyed, which is unfortunate because that goes into my discard. And that is that. So at the beginning of their next turn, they'll destroy that village, but they have to destroy 3 villages. And these Dragon Riders will destroy this one, if they're still there. So, what are we going to do? Let's do some movement. I think I have a leader in here. They're at 1. Their siege engine is only if they're attacking Citadel, so it's at nothing. So +1. They're at +2. I will spend this for movement. Which was 3. So 1, 2, And the leader can bring another person around as 3. So I'm going to be at 1, 2, 3, plus 4 to their plus 2. I think that's legit. And how about this? Do I just let a village go? If I let the village go, they're going to move into the citadel next turn. And that will be an immediate fight. And it won't be I have like 1 turn to get back. It'll be 1 fight at plus 5 for me. I have this bowman that can go right into a fight. And I don't have... You know what, I'll put this here. What are they again? They're plus 2. Ugh. Alright, I'll let them go. I'll let them go. I have a plan. I will spend these 2 tiles to put this cavalry in here. And I will keep this for the 1 fight that I just moved into. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to their 2. I am at plus 3. I'm drawing 4 because I have more. I will replace, because I want to draw more tiles, I will replace this 4 with the 5, so I am at 14 plus a lot. Even if they drew perfect, they can't win. They are destroyed. It will be the siege engine that gets blown up. They will retreat to the lowest. They are where? They are here. In 40, so they will go to 38. Into here. No! And that will be the end of my turn. I draw, I have nothing in my bag. So this moves. And how many are we putting in? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Unfortunate. Had I not lost that 1, I would have had to reset after my in 2 turns. Now it will be 3 turns. All right, let's get this done. So that's the end of my turn. We will now get this stuff tidied up because I didn't put the stuff back. We'll draw a token to see which armies move. It is 4, which is army 3. 4, which is army 3. So dragons, army 3. It's the one that is closest to me. They get 2 tokens. Castle goes out. It starts here. This moves. The dragon. The dragon will move in because there is a castle. Army 3 for the hill will move in because there's no one there. And they destroy this village. I'm not even going to look it up. 1 village for them. even though they didn't activate. It would be weird if it was otherwise. Start of their turn, I didn't take it back. It gets blowed up. Alright, where is... Oh, I already moved them. They move there, they move there, and 2 tiles. Yep, 2 tiles start in the hills here. Alright. A fight. They're at us. 1, 5. Lizardmen. 6. They're at 6. I am at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I am at +2. And I didn't draw my tiles yet. So it would have ended at the end of my next turn had that last tile not been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. So, and there's no drawing back up shenanigans, so there's no way for me to get that to come back. So at the end of my next turn, the game will be over. Anyway, let's get moving. I have more, so I'll get 4 tiles. Get them out here so you can see them. I will replace this 5 here for this 3. I have a total of 14 plus my bonuses. They get 3 tiles. 7, 9, not enough. They're defeated. They get pushed back to here. The dragon will be the last to go. So it's either probably the lizard man. Poor lizard man. Is it the lizard man or is it the defenseman? It is the lizard man. It goes bowman, lizard man. Lizard man, death, unfortunately. Alright. That is the only fight. There are no more fights. I might want to do something about this +3 in the village, because that would be the second. Might be kind of too close. Too close! That's discarded. These go back in the bag. And I get my turn. I should get this leader out because it'll help me move units around. So I will discard 2 tiles to put a leader into here. And then the rest will be movement because I am going to defend this village. So 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 movement. That's 9 movement. We are in there. He stays behind. They are at +3 with the hill giant and the bowman. I am at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 to 3. I am at +2. I did not leave myself any tiles to replace. I get 4. They also get 4. That's unfortunate. Those are my 3. They get 4 because they have a hill giant. Lizard person. Sorry, lizard person. Thank you, Floppy Toys. 4 for them. Oh, that's bad draws for them. Let's put this out here where you can see. 2, 2, 3 so far. Not good for the poor hill people. Yep, so their best will be those. Not enough for the Caramel Secret. Bowman will die. Hill Giant will retreat. I will get a pat on the head for winning. He's going here. He's going here. That is the end of my turn. I get to draw 7 tiles, which should be exactly what I have left in the bag. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It is. So the end of this. So they will move 2 again this turn. The units that move 2 will be Army what? Army 5, redraw. Army 1. We haven't seen Army 1 in a while. Army 1 is on the outside there. We'll do this first. 2 tiles. They don't get the blank. They do get this. Army 1 starts here. And they move. I think this is all semantic, right? Because there's nothing. They're going to go 1 and stop. They'll go 1 and stop, and they'll go 1 and stop. And then Army 1 for the hill people. They drew a boat and blank, so they don't get anything. They move into this army. Is it the leader in there? Hill Giant in there. So they move into here. And 2, 1, 2, they move in. And then I can just lose. I think this is all just semantic because I've got nothing left in my bag, so I'll just call a loss on that. And the castle dies, and then they sit in there. Here, I can just retreat. So I will retreat into my citadel because they don't have any cavalry. And then on my turn, I use these tiles. And at the end of my turn, I draw. And that's the third. That's the third refresh. So they managed to only destroy 1 village. So I feel as though depleting my bag strategy was the winning strategy. It seemed to have worked. Like not wasting any tiles on drawing or moving or putting out villages. I don't know why you would put out villages anyway. Or attacking. Just defending and depleting my bag down to nothing so I would recycle faster. If anyone has any questions, feel free to ask them now. I am going to clean this up as quickly as possible, and then we will do a Kingdom Rush unboxing. That's that. I'll finish with these guys. Oh no, yep, that can go in here. So my turn was played normally like you would in any normal game. And in a normal game, everyone would do the same thing that I was doing. You'd try to push out. Every time you refresh, you get 1 point for every village that you have out on the board for the first 2 times you refresh. The game will end, depending on the number of players, the game will usually end after all players have refreshed twice. Then when the game ends, you get points for captured villages and citadels. And there's Undead, there's Chaos Horde, there are the Corsairs. So lots of different units you can play. Oh, I missed these. Boo. But yeah, that's the battles. It's just I find the battles unrewarding. And someone said, "What's a game we can?" Last week, someone asked what game we can compare it to. There's a game we played recently called Northgard. That's based off of a computer app that I feel is semi-similar to this, but the fights there seem a lot more rewarding, fulfilling, rewarding. I don't know, however you want to put it. And it has a really good sort of deck building system as well, which I love. Are you allowed to just discard a tile to move if you don't actually move? Yes. Well, mostly because some areas cost more, so you can just claim that you didn't have enough movement to go in, or you had some movement left over, or you can move in and out a bunch of times. You know what I mean? So you can discard tiles to move and just move back and forth type things. I suppose technically you can't just say I'm throwing this way to move. I could move a tile back and forth until I didn't have enough movement left to move it back to where it was supposed to be, and then it really would work out to be roughly the same. I don't think it would make a huge difference in this particular fight. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm going to say. So, I'm going to unbox Kingdom Rush. Kingdom Rush is a computer game, tower defense, and they have made a board game based on it. They've done this a few years ago already. This is like a standalone expansion. I hate the word standalone. I'm not going to say it. This is a standalone game. So a second edition. In a way, there's some extra rules. I didn't play much of the first one, so I won't be able to tell you too much about what has changed. But I can explain a little bit of the stuff as I pull it out of the box. Essentially, all these units are flooding in from different lanes. This is mostly the computer game talk. So all these units are coming in from these different lanes, and you're putting towers along the roads to like reduce their numbers, and you get one champion that you can move around the map, and he casts spells and he does all sorts of other stuff, and all the enemy units are sort of lemming style trying to move to the end of their path, and you have a certain amount of health, and every time a unit gets out of the other side of the map you lose a health. So you need to kill them all before they get out the side of the map. You can upgrade your towers, you get to upgrade your hero. Oh, is it if it isn't Mr. Come and Goes as he pleases. He hears that we're unboxing Kingdom Rush and he comes running.
Hey everybody.
Doesn't want to help me manipulate the crazy AI of Bloodstones, but will come for the cookies, I guess.
How'd it go?
It was quite easy. I adapted. Remember, it was when I had to defend until I did a third refresh.
Mm-hmm.
So my strategy was not to spend any tiles on movement or villages or anything else. All expenditure would be to put out more tiles.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
More tiles on the board means less tiles going in the bag.
Truth.
So I cycled through my bag pretty quickly. Maybe that's what led to victory. I'm not sure. They had to destroy 3 villages. They only destroyed 1.
But Walker, the people in that village.
I know. I tried. It was just unlucky draw, actually. I even had the advantage in that particular fight, but it didn't work out. All right, so here we are.
Unfortunate.
I'm just going to change the thing just to be official. Like, it's not going to be that long, but I'm going to change the stream information just because. This is Jimbo.
Hey, everybody.
He plays with us on Saturdays, and he's on the Sizzler. The Sizzler? Yeah, it's
Yep,
called
Sizzler.
Right? That's all right. Update all. All right.
Elemental Uprising.
So, Jimbo, is it possible?
Hey, floppy device.
Is it possible for something to be awesome and disappointing at the same time?
That's a good question. Probably.
I think it could be in this case, right? Because I really enjoy punching everything out and setting the game up.
Okay.
But from what I saw, this might come like already ready to go.
Oh, which is great, but it's
Which
disappointing
is
because you.
awesome. Yes, but
But it's disappointing because you personally enjoy
because I
it.
don't get
Yeah.
to sit and organize everything and look at stuff, and it's just sort of like, oh, it's just ready. So this was a Kickstarter. I don't have anything of the original, the first one, so this is just all I'll have, and I'm sure it will be all. I did go down a rabbit hole of trying to find the 3D towers yesterday. I assumed I would have had added it to my pledge, but apparently I did not.
Fool.
So no 3D towers for me. And of course, Lucky Duck won't mail them to Canada because they're mean.
Ah, yes, the Get Bent
Oh.
Canada.
Oh, this is a good sign. It doesn't look like anything's punched or anything, so I will be able to organize it. All right. Boom. This is just a... All right. We'll just put this stuff to the side. We'll open up all this in a minute. I see, and this is the expansion. Spacer, so things don't blow up. And then game trays. More game trays. And
Further game
so
trays.
these are set up, but they're not set up in the way you'd want them. So these are the heroes, and so you'll get your own little tray for your hero.
What do you mean they're not set up the way you'd want them?
Well, you'd want this. Oh, so it's only that there are some hero cards in there. I see. So they don't have anything in them except this board. There are hero cards in them that like one will fill this whole thing, so that's all you'll see. So you know exactly who it is.
Gotcha.
So when you pick a hero, you'll get your little board, and you'll give you places for your special abilities, and it'll tell you what they can do. Essentially, this is sort of mini Tetris games, as you can see here. Of course, it's green on top because that'll look really good on here.
Ah, right, that's right. And you fill the...
I'll put it up here. So it's like mini Tetris, and these guys move around the map, and they have these like funky trays that they go on. And so you'll put the card in the tray, and they'll move along the little path, and your hero and your towers shoot out Tetris shapes. And in order to destroy this particular card of enemies, you have to fill all of the spaces before it gets off the board. It's kind of neat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't quite enjoy the first...
Yeah, we played the first one. We only played it once.
Yeah.
And then it went away. All right, so this looks like it's all just a bunch of... we'll go into those in a minute. Let's just get this emptied out. So this was
Phoenix.
a hero tray. And then these are all hero trays. I don't think we need to open up each one. We'll see who they are as we open up the other packs. Need to say there are a lot. So we have lots of choice of different heroes to take. And they all come in their own little box, which is handy. Don't forget that one. Goodness gracious, that's a lot. And then we have some bosses. Some bosses come out the board.
Yes.
Maybe Jimbo knows their names.
Look at this guy.
So we have a guy riding a giant boar. We have
tangle of rock and limb. Oh, it's a hydra, I
I
think.
think it's just it's got, yeah, kind of a hydra. He even has like a
Weird.
weird tail too.
Oh, maybe
It's got like a weird phoenix tail.
might be a
as well.
chimera. Or a manticore.
Well, that's just weird. And then, we do have the little knights.
Oh yeah, it's a chimera. 3 heads. And then or it's a weird, different kind of headed hydra. Wild.
And then we have these little elementals. They'll come flying up the board.
Coming for you.
Some sort of drake or something.
Yep. That looks like the Phoenix hero.
Was there a hero that's just a phoenix?
Yep, that was the first hero you opened.
Cool. Goes in there somehow. This is also a hero. This is one I saw in play. Barilla? Something.
Oh. I assumed all the heroes would be circular bases rather than all the bad guys
No,
would be square
because
bases.
remember, because the heroes get to cover up monsters as well. So the hero would like come pile in and go,
I see.
right? But unfortunately, I think when you clear a card, it does damage. But anyway, so there's a giant monster. These guys will, yeah, that's exactly the size of a card. They'll come thundering down the board, probably. Oh, here's someone riding a giant centipede. I'll throw up this one. That's just too big for that. Wow, that insta zoomed, didn't it?
Yeah,
Insta
that is
focused.
really nice.
Oh, and there's a little tiny dragon. There's just a little insert.
This little wee one.
For just one dragon. Just goes in its own little spot right here.
That's amazing.
Hero, wizard. Hero, crazy guy with a claw.
Holy heck. Oh, it's a flaming sword, I think.
Is it a flaming sword? Yes, flaming sword, not flaming claw. Tells you what I know. Bad guy with a giant hydraulic hammer.
Oh yeah, I'm sure if he hits you, you'll be fine.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. As soon as they pry you out of the ground.
Yeah, exactly.
And then last but not least, we have this thing.
I'm staring resentfully at you from just above the water.
And I think in the game, he just sits in the center of the map and then
Yeah.
has all these tentacles, which the tentacles are here.
I think so, yeah. I
It
think you're
should
right.
be just underneath this stuff here. There they are.
I might have to reinstall some Kingdom Rush.
So we have some other heroes here. Oh my goodness, stuff everywhere. It's almost like it got shipped across the world or something. I won't bother taking the figures out because you can barely see them. We'll see them in their cards. Then you have a whole stack of the trays for the bad guys as they come down the board. More cards. We'll put in a pile here to go through in a minute. Even more. Even more. All right. Nothing keeps poor little dragon in his place. Bad design. Bad design. All right, that can go off to the side.
I'll just take this.
You want to take it? All right. Oh, you want to fit those back in. All right. So these are the bad guys. So on one side will be, so there's the guy that rides the giant centipede, and then it comes with all the rules in the back. What they do. Giant boar rider. One Dark Elf army. Interesting. Scream of the Banshee. Has a whole campaign system too, Jimbo, with stickers and stuff.
Oh, neat.
Exciting, right?
Yeah, that sounds fun.
There's that. Even more. I love how they saved on the boxes, because all of these are expansions that you would add on. I'm sure you could buy that would come in a box, but
Yeah, but
nicely they just put them in.
yeah, exactly. You know,
Save the waste, because I hate throwing out really nice boxes.
yeah, likewise.
Then came the sheep.
Look at those sheep.
They are disgruntled. They have nunchucks. Nice. Gnomish debt collectors.
Their little hats. Oh, I love it.
Save the world. Save the sheep, save the world. It's the guy riding the golem. We didn't see him.
I think he's in there. No
The
much
figure,
nonsense.
I mean. The figure.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe it was one of the smaller ones. Who knows? Waiting for the hammers to fall. That's the guy with the giant hydraulic hammers.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's right here. Oh, yeah. Putting him on camera. This is amazing.
Oh, wow. Yeah. That's cool.
He's got like little bunny rabbits popping out, and he's got his gnome rider. Love it.
All right. These should be the hero cards. Yes. So it'll be the hero. It'll be like on the front of these. Oh, wait. I should have zoomed back out after that last thing. Zoom back out so we can see the whole table. There we go. All right, yeah, so they'll go in their trays like so. So when you look at them, you'll know exactly which tray is whose.
I can sort of those if you want.
Faustus. Some sort of dragon. That looks like it might be him. I'm not sure. Redson. He's like a dark elf guy you get to play.
Yep.
And then, like I said, on the back are all their special abilities that they get to have. Aldrich. That's the guy with the flaming sword. Elnora. That's the wizard that I put out there. This is a monkey type character. The
Monkey Kings.
Monkey, yeah, Monkey King.
See him.
Same sort of thing. He's, pole stuck in the ground, and he's, there's the Bruixa that I saw before. I've seen her actually in the game that I watched. She does nasty stuff. And last but not least is Deirdre.
I've heard it pronounced both ways. I think it's Deirdre, but I've heard it pronounced both ways.
Looks like some sort of avatar or paladin. So those are the heroes, and they're different sizes. So the enemy cards are this size, the hero cards are that size. So here we must have some more villain cards.
Spruxa.
Because I think some of these you can play as both heroes and villains. Because there's
Faustus the Magic Dragon.
Faustus, because I think you can play him both ways. Throwing the Shade. Maybe let's throw him up here, maybe. Yes, no. No, it's just good here. Cumulus, Nimbus. Okay.
Cumulus
Cumulus
Nimbus. It's a type of cloud.
Gotcha.
Those guys summon clouds that cover your towers and make them unable to do damage.
I don't like them.
No, we don't like them at all.
Here's story time with Gullhack.
Nice.
Giant.
Oh, love it.
The giant
Story time
board.
with Gulthak.
Rider. There's the Phoenix that we saw.
Better not get cracking.
Love it. Oh, is there a little Doom Buggy with a catapult? Do we have a figure for that?
I don't know.
The sky is falling. Looks like a werewolf riding a catapult buggy. That's amazing. And Shadows Descend, which I'm probably sure is just those little whites that we saw earlier.
That's Elora.
All right. Oh my goodness, so many. So these are just probably different missions. Probably not every one ends with a big boss. You can probably get just like
Yeah, if it follows the
not so big bosses.
The app, it'll be three missions, and the third mission has the big boss at the end.
This is what that weird creature is, Jimbo. It is an elemental. It is all four elementals in one creature. Or maybe they're just like intertwined. Maybe they're not just one creature. I'm not sure.
Did the Phoenix card wander off somewhere?
Maybe it's not a hero. Or are we missing? Yeah, maybe it's in.
So
maybe it's from the expansion.
Gnomish non. Oh yeah, he's on the. Because Gnomish nonsense will be in here.
All elements break loose. Death is not the end. That means she gets to play as a
That may just be
enemy.
That may just be the art.
Maybe. Yeah, there's another one that Storm Chaser. That's a hero, but it's something different probably. Survive until Siam's quest is done. Oh, maybe they're like personal quests for each hero. They came from below. It came from the deep. Sashimi, anyone? This is Halloween. Rumble in the Jungle. Oh, that's nice. Man, look at that. Everything's changed. When the lava appeared. He looks upset.
He does. He's not happy about the lava appearing. Very cool.
Another Anubis. Jack-o'-lantern. I remember him lots in the video game.
Yep. He's one of my favorite heroes.
I want to play him. More hobgoblins.
He might be in here.
Earth Blossom, but not the figure. I mean, did we see?
Oh yeah.
These are funky map things you put on the map, and you go when you access them to do something.
Oh yeah, like the little things you can click on that have abilities.
Yeah. It does stuff. More fire ones, magic ones, and then we have quick ref cards, helper cards they call them. I'm going to assume that they're just quick ref cards. So we will put them to one side. We will put them to one side. And we will put... These have numbers on them. Where some of these don't. So I'm going to put the ones with numbers in one pile. And ones without numbers in another pile. Those have numbers. These do not. If that means anything, I don't know. Alright.
Yeah, these numbers are all jumbled.
Let's go, before we open up anything else, let's go through all these quick cards very quick. Solo. So, alright, so here's like a type of card. I'm not sure what the skulls mean exactly. So you do something like this, and you'd have to put damage in. There's all sorts of different damage tokens. Your hero is also a token. You can summon soldiers, which also cover them. And
it might be how much damage it does if it makes it through.
once... yeah, maybe it's just him plus the extra damage. So he does, what, 9 plus damage. That's a lot of damage. Or maybe you just get it down to almost nothing.
He is a big guy.
All right. And then... Let's see here. Anything funky? And then when you destroy it, you flip it over and you get the benefit that's on the back. I believe that's the take the damage and you get a coin. I think the coins are a new currency for this game. And these look weird because they don't have any spaces on the out. Are they? Yeah, these are weird. Because they have like a ring around them. I don't know what that means.
Oh, maybe they can only be damaged by certain types of towers.
Maybe. Or maybe like you have to be in there. You can't range them. You have to melee them only. Something like that. And then there's these giant... I don't know why there's so many of them, but they're weird. And there's something to do with true damage in this game too. I'm not sure what that's all about yet. Just means reading lots of rule books. And so on and so forth. Lots of different stuff there. This could be just for him too, though. Maybe we should keep this in a pile on its own. After using root user side for the first time, put his miniature on this card. You may use him from the bench once again, then return him to the game box. Whatever that means. Who knows? Moving on. This is cool too, because these are like funky transparents, these are. So you'll put them over top of things.
Oh, neat.
I think you put them like on the board, and this is where you
that's your tower building
where you can build
spots.
towers. And they come in colors because only certain people can build in certain spots.
Cool.
And how the game sort of goes is you activate your hero, they do their thing, and then you have like a hand of tower cards. Whereas in the video game, you usually put a tower out and it stays there for the whole game. This, you sort of put towers out for that round, and then you pick them all back up again. I remember doing that, but from the video I watched last night, that's what they were doing, so that is what is happening. Alright, transparent tower starting areas. Put them there. These are all the towers that you get to play out. On the board, there are 3 different levels of tower. You start at level 1, and then I think you have to discard, like, sacrifice not playing the tower in order to upgrade it. Something like that. We'll get into all the rules next Wednesday. We're playing this next Wednesday. So if this interests you at all, make sure you come on by. Nothing but top quality instruments here at Swag Unboxing. Static. So yes, you have stuff like archer towers, and they shoot in certain directions, and they also have this weird mechanism of some towers you can place on top of. So I could place that tower, it would do its thing, and then I'd play another tower on top of it, and it could do its thing. Some towers you can place on top of, some others you cannot. Some towers do burst damage. Some towers summon units, like so. And so you have, that's what that one tray is for giant tray of towers and their different levels.
If only we had the 3D tower miniatures.
I should keep that. Let's not throw that away. That goes on top of things. All right, we're almost through this base game, and then we'll get to the expansions. I promise. I think this is an upgrade. You get soldier meeples or soldier figures instead of the meeples. I think it goes bottom left. Oh, we'll figure it out later. Luckily, there's a whole video dedicated
on how to put your box
on
away.
how to put the box away. It would be insane if this was already all set up, ready to go. So, I'm not sure why I thought it would be. There's a lot more here than I thought. This looks like it's just more solo stuff. Solo, weird cards. I should hold them up maybe. I don't even know. There's not much here to show you. So here's another typical card that you might have to endure. Coming down the lane, and then there are these dogs. I should be able to find one here. Some of them have certain abilities, like these guys. You can see they're green, and so they have a.
Looks like they can probably only be stopped with melee guys. Maybe they can't be attacked by.
And here we go. See the dogs? If you don't kill those dogs, that group of guys will move 2 spaces instead of 1.
Gross.
Pushing everyone else along. Not good, not good. It looks like something that have like special abilities. Whatever that means. All sorts of funky stuff. I remember these guys, the lava elementals, they were nasty.
Yep. I think that armor symbol means that everything within that colored box takes less damage from physical damage.
Gotcha. I think that's where the true damage stuff comes in. But we'll figure out that stuff later. I'm not going to dwell on it too much. Solo bench hero. Not sure what this stuff means, Jimbo. It's almost like I've never played before. More solo bench hero games. Maybe I'll make a pile of those. There's those werewolves riding the Catapult Doom Buggy card. And then more of those. More. Whatever that guy is. I think that's his card. You probably put these cards off to the side. Like you put the figure marching down, and then you put this card off to the side, and you fill it off to the side.
Probably, yeah.
Instead of, because the miniature would be in space, and you need to put damage somewhere. Yeah, so anyway, long story short. Lots more cards. I'll have to sort through all those, I'm sure. And I'm sure this is just more of the same. More monster cards, more different types of units that will spawn down. Different things they do. Yep. I think you just form decks. If you look at the back, it'll tell you, it'll say it'll have certain types. That you that it'll say have this deck and that deck. I'm sure these all have to be sorted into based on their backs. I'm sure. That's a pretty cool looking card.
He's not happy.
Not happy at all. Anything else funky? Check the event text in the rulebook. I wonder if this is I don't even know. I'm not going to pretend. There's some tentacle cards, more cards. All right. Oh, jeez. Hey, dude, I heard you like cards. More cards. Another solo bench card. Throw it there. Yes. Fear the sheep.
Fear the sheep.
So sheep. Oh, mushroom people. Yes. Love the mushroom people. Do. And like I said, I think this is a card you just put on the side and you fill it because it's a giant monster. But we'll know more by next week. Jimbo, I need to almost give you that Snow Planner rulebook. It is the worst rulebook I have ever read.
Wow. That's
They literally must have it's even worse than right click translate to English. It's just so bad that it is not even followable. And there's typos as well. There's this one where the rule is just completely wrong. And it's just like you just copy and paste that other thing. Where's our NIF?
no idea where your NIF has gone.
Oh, here's one. Official Costco NIF. All right.
I think those are new towers, maybe, or new blockers. Young Barisad.
They're tower cards.
And
I'm
young
not sure
Ash Fight.
exactly.
They may be special towers that
Funky towers.
are only
that you
available
put
in
out.
certain scenarios. Or
Something to do
like
with
that.
probably a campaign thing?
Could be.
Question mark.
Gnomish nonsense.
So scenario book. That has all the different scenarios. Another scenario book for the Dark Elf Slayer. There's the funky stickers I was talking about. Giant book of stickers that you're going to place on stuff. I think it's the thing. I'll have it out in a minute. And then all of the punching of the tokens that we're going to have to be doing. So many tokens.
And no card for...
Not yet. There's still this giant expansion here, though.
Yeah, for...
So there's the abilities that you put on your hero. I guess you can play the Angry Gnome eventually. That's
Oh yeah, that's the guy they called Raz and Rags. They are a hero.
They are a hero. No. All right. Maybe we'll show up in here. Because we just have this one last thing to open up. Although I don't see any cards in here.
Yeah, maybe some heroes don't have the
But I think their
reference card.
their abilities are on the card. So I think this is what you put the stickers on. You open it, your little book up, and you put the stickers in here, and it's got a funky surface. so you can re-peel them again. Like all these things are quick scans of the rules, so I at least can talk about something. I think some stickers even go on your giant campaign map. Look at this thing. Awesome.
Oh, very nice.
So you can do mission by mission and put on the stickers of how many stars you got per mission. That's cool. And then all the different Tetris pieces, like I said. So you have all these different tokens. So you can put the stuff out on the map. Fireballs, spells, extra damage things, the abilities. And then here are the actual map tiles like I was talking about. So you'll put the towers in these, usually in these jungle spaces here, and then you'll put the tower cards on them, and then the bad guys you always keep, if you can see it here, they all have this line down the bottom, so you may keep them orientated the same way. Actually, they'll go in. There was one tray. Well, they go in the tray, and then they slide down, they go out, and they start moving towards the exit. And you have to move around and fill their cards. And that's the quick nutshell explanation.
Is it different on the back?
It is different on the back. Thank you.
Nice.
So yes. We looked at that one already, just more map tiles. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
More tokens and the flags. I think that's to show where the enemies are coming from. All the heroes we've already seen. Then you have every player has a symbol as well that was reflected on these cards, on the transparencies too. It'll tell you where you're allowed to place your towers.
And then all kinds of tokens.
Oh yes, the coins I was talking about, gems, which was the main currency before, how much health your hero can take before they have to be reset. There's like a rest action. Here's all more Tetris. I guess they're not so much Tetris pieces as, either singles or doubles, or there's some L pieces here and stuff.
Yeah, they're still polyomino pieces.
Yeah, in a way. All right, so that is that. Well, we'll have to take a look, Jimbo. We'll look around and see if we can find. There's a chance that we're just missing a card, but maybe they're just in these other cards and I just missed them. Who knows? All right. And there was some weird thing about second wave stuff as well, so who knows? Thank you, everyone, for watching. We're going to send you somewhere else now. Like I said, we are here every Saturday. Did we set what we're going to play this Saturday? Might be Darwin's Journey, might be
Snow Planners.
Snow Planner, if I can translate the rule book. But next Wednesday in the morning, I'm not locked down to any time, it'll be like around 10:30 or so. I and maybe Jimbo, hopefully Jimbo will be playing this. We will see who's on right now. Check out the link that was in. We're known for our podcast. You can get all the links on the website there to our podcast, to a bunch of other stuff. Check out our YouTube channel where you can see all the other games that we've played. Mike, you can't send people to Board Game Arena games. You have to send them to another Twitch channel. Click on the right thing. Is there anyone doing anything this morning? Let's send you to Victory Point Gaming. He plays Arc Nova. And he is a good guy. Make sure you say hello. Where are we? That's us there. Worked. All right. Say goodbye, Jimbo.
Bye-bye, Jimbo.
Thank you, everyone, for watching. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye, Jimbo.
Bye-bye.